As a longtime fan of the Hitman video games, I must admit that my expectations for a movie adaptation were sky high. Um, However, much like Agent 47 missing his mark, both films fell short of the mark for me. The 2007 film, while not perfect by any means, was a bit more entertaining due to its campiness and Timothy Olyphant's solid performance as Agent 47. 2007's film Hitman was based on the popular stealth video game and marked Timothy Olyphant's debut as a leading actor. However, Oliphant did not reprise his role in the 2015 sequel, Hitman, Agent 47. In this movie, Agent 47, a super assassin clone, employs stealth tactics and innovative strategies to eliminate his targets. The game was frequently praised for its potential as a film adaptation. Regrettably, the 2007 Hitman movie didn't win over critics or fans of the game, despite the fact that the movie adaptation of the video game didn't fare well critically, scoring only 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. One of the few positive aspects was Tim uh, Oliphant's portrayal of the assassin character. He skillfully embodied Agent 47 with the expected cold demeanor seen in the games. Uh, Unfortunately, Oliphant did not reprise his role uh, for instead, Rupert Friend took on the role of the silent killer in the sequel, which was noticeably different from the original. The box office performance have suffered as a result, and it's possible that Oliphant's absence played a part in this. However, there is a reason why he was replaced. The Hitman series rebooted instead of making a direct sequel. Oliphant expressed disinterest in the role. The film Hitman proved to be financially profitable, with earnings surpassing $101 million against its production cost of $24 million. And yet, due to unfavorable reviews from both critics and audiences, the studio decided that a reboot would be the most suitable path for the franchise's future. This reboot appears to be influenced by Oliphant's apparent reluctance to continue with the series. The actor noted that he was not interested in returning to the world of, and didn't even want to be part of, the first movie. Oliphant revealed he hated making Hitman and took the role out of fear of losing his house when his series was suddenly canceled, noting, they asked if I wanted to read the script, to which I replied, I understand. Uh, um, I'm on board now. I recently purchased a house, and unfortunately, they've canceled my series. So yes, I'll participate. Fortunately, Oliphant's acting career did not decline following his departure from the franchise. Shortly after his role in Hitman, he took on the leading role in Television's Justified, a show that cemented one of his most memorable performances as Ryland Givens. Since then, Oliphant has continued to be a sought-after actor, appearing in successful shows like Fargo and Mandalorian, as well as critically acclaimed movies such as Once a Time in Hollywood. Uh, this is Up next for him is the series Alien Earth. Uh, Hitman was rebooted 8 years after the original movie. Paul Walker was attached to the role before his death. 8 years after the original Hitman film, Hitman Agent 47 was produced due to canceled sequels and unsuccessful castings. 2 years following the release of Hitman, a sequel titled Hitman 2 was announced, with Kyle Ward writing the script as recorded by Hank at Cool News. However, the project was abandoned because of insufficient audience interest and Tim Olyphant's reluctance, leading to significant alterations. A reboot was then planned, with Paul Walker initially chosen to replace Olyphant. Unfortunately, this reboot faced further delays when Walker unfortunately passed away, as reported by Deadline. Rupert Friend took over from Walker in the film, but unfortunately, another effort to revitalize the franchise fell short. The movie actually scored lower on Rotten Tomatoes than the initial film, with a meager 8%. And despite having a bigger budget, it didn't manage to surpass the original earnings of $82 million globally, as reported by which Hitman actor was better. Neither movie represents the potential of the video game. Despite many gamers eagerly anticipating a film adaptation of the popular video game, the two Hitman movies that were made have generally received unfavorable reviews from the fandom on. These fans often criticize both films for not capturing the game's fun and dark humor, instead opting to create a typical action movie. However, it appears that those who may not be deeply invested in the games view the 2007 version as the superior one. 2007's Hitman might not be a standout film, but it manages to provide some enjoyable moments despite its flaws. The 2007 version of Hitman Agent 47 follows the typical formula for an assassin movie with predictable action scenes and lacks creativity. However, unlike the 2007 film, which is a chaotic blend of illogical events and cheesy elements, Hitman Agent 47 may not have intentionally embraced its campiness, but it adds an element of fun to the movie that prevents it from being boring. And one notable strength is Timothy Olyphant's portrayal as Agent 47 in this production. The role doesn't offer actors many opportunities to create unique interpretations, but Oliphant's cold and reserved persona seems more fitting than Rupert Friend's version of the character. Although there are superior assassin films compared to both movies, the 2007 edition is currently the most compelling installment in the series. Will there ever be a third Hitman film? Could Hitman return on the small screen? So while 2007's has some good qualities, fans have still been waiting years for a Hitman movie that does justice to the game. However, the franchise continues to struggle to come together. A third movie was initially planned, which would have been a sequel to Foresaw Providers. However, the movie was scrapped in 2019 during the Disney-Fox merger. And still, it's kind of there is hope for the franchise to make a return. It appears that a third Hitman Agent 47 film may not materialize due to its lackluster performance initially. However, since Timothy Olyphant has grown in popularity since 2007, there might be renewed interest in reprising his role. Given his disinterest in the part back then, it seems improbable that he'd want to revisit it now. This could potentially mean another reboot with a fresh face taking up the Agent 47 role. Another option for the future of the franchise is a television show for six is the video game adaptations on TV have been big hit recently with the likes of, and there was a show on Hulu planned at one point, but it didn't move forward. However, it is easy to see how a story like this could lend itself well to the television format and might be a more effective step forward rather than another attempt at a Hitman movie.